Right, so after a month of leaving my entire audience waiting on Assassin Part 4, it has finally arrived. The grand finale of it all, the final part, the Deathly Hallows to Harry Potter, the Avengers Endgame to Marvel and the Infinity Saga, the sequel to Spider-Man Far... Oh, actually, no, sorry, scratch that one. The last week of Assassin was probably one of the most intense of them all. Since there was only about 5 teams left, the rules were slightly different. Stop that. The rules were slightly different. Whoever could shoot both their targets first won the entire game. And then obviously, whoever killed their target second... There you go. Jeez, everyone's on me right now. Go into the void. Whoever got their target second, would obviously get second place. But actually at this point, like, who cared about second place? Like, you only wanted first because you didn't really win much otherwise. So I always like to think, just like my father told me when I was a mere 5 years old, if you're not first, then your mother and I are disowning you. And that usually motivated me to, you know, get first place. So the point is that we needed first. We didn't just want it. Especially with all the gas money and sleepless nights that we spent, I wanted the clout that you simply cannot get from Minecraft nowadays. Because, you know, Minecraft's dying and Hypixel's doing the worst that it's ever done. So yeah, I wanted the clout and my partner wanted the money, which you also can't get from Minecraft. This guy's being annoying. Stop it. Oh my god, die! There we go. Cool. But something very important happened before this week began, and that's that one of my friends really wanted us to win. So what he did is he stuck a tracker under our opponent's car so that we could find them as quickly as possible to eliminate them from the game. I know this is illegal, but it wasn't us who did it, so I was kind of okay with it. So sure enough, we checked the tracker on Sunday, find out where one of our opponent's houses were, and drive there early the next morning to see if we could have an opportunity to shoot them. Our opponent's partner came over to his house at about 5 a.m., so good thing we got there at like 4, and we didn't have a good time to shoot because since we have to shoot both of them, we had to find a moment when both of them were available, but there wasn't a time. There's only a point where only one of them were available. But, you know, it was okay that we didn't have a good time because we had the tracker on the car, so we could just follow wherever they went. Because obviously they're going to go to, like, shoot someone if they're leaving at 5 a.m., right? But for some reason, the tracker actually wasn't following where the car was going. So at this point... Okay. So at this point, we had to guess which person's house out of, like, 10 they could be going to. And using my big brain and some logic, we guessed Jerome's apartment complex. If you don't remember Jerome, you should probably watch some previous Assassins videos because he's an important character in the story. We go to Jerome's apartment complex, and it was a complete toss-up of where they could be going, though. Because even if we did choose the right team, there were still 2 different people on that team. There's Jerome and Mario, but we guessed Jerome's apartment. So we drive over to Jerome's apartment complex, and somehow we guessed correctly where they would go. So this is like a 1 in like 10 chance that we're talking here. It was insanely low. GG. Yeah, it was like a 1 in 10 chance. We caught them off guard, and but at one point when we did end up finding them at his complex, we were only able to shoot one of them. We actually didn't know where the other one was. So then on our way to school, it's like a god came down to us and he said, you know what, BigDaddyDrock, we're going to help you out here. I get a call from Jake, who was our target that we didn't shoot. And he says that he'll let us shoot him if we give each of that team $30 each. So basically $60 total. Which at this point really wasn't that big of a deal to us because if we win $450. So sure enough, we pay them and shoot them. And yeah, we won the game of Assassin. Except that's actually not where the story ends, sadly. As sad as I am to say, wow, that was a quick game. GG. But yeah, as sad as it is to say, that's not where the story ends. The friend who placed the tracker on their car couldn't keep his damn mouth shut and spread the word of the tracker across the school, trying to be proud of himself and crap. So obviously word got out that we used a tracker and thus cheated to win the game. But the only problem with that is that the tracker actually didn't help us at all. And yeah, we knew where Jake's house was already because of the way that we got previous people's houses. And the tracker wasn't working at when Jake's car started moving. So like it actually didn't help. As it turns out, Jake actually found the tracker below his car the same day that our friend put it on his car, and he threw it in a lake, which now makes perfect sense as to why the tracker wasn't working. So we tried explaining the entire situation to the leaders of Assassin, and how like it never helped us, but they hated us at this point because we had managed to find a loophole every single week, or at least we're supposed to be eliminated every single week, but managed to weasel our way back in via loopholes. So not only that, but also second place were close friends of theirs. So if we were eliminated, that meant their friends won $450. You need to die, thank you. That means their friends won $450. And yeah. So we ended up losing Assassin in the end because they hated us. And so a very disappointing conclusion to a month of blood, sweat, and tears. But looking back at it now, it was probably some of the most dramatic filled and exciting months of my life. So I'm glad it happened either way. Anyways, let's kill this guy. And GG. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the entire story of Assassin. Leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you like my content. Also, leave comments down below on your thoughts on the entire story. Also, I just wanted to mention that I actually have a new channel along with one of my roommates where we do a podcast. It's just a random podcast. We talk about random things, our opinions, news, stuff like that. So I'm going to leave a link down to that below, and I hope you guys check it out. And again, I really hope you enjoyed the story of Assassin, and that's all. All right, peace.